You need to add these 5 steals to your game right now. In fact, one of them is so overlooked, most players don't even realize how often they can get it. Today, we're breaking down the top steals from last week's playoffs and showing you how to steal possessions like the best defenders in the game. First up, the outside shoulder steal. If you're undersized and trying to deny passes to the post or elbow, this is how you can flip the script on those bigger players. Watch how Alex Caruso made life miserable for Jokic and Aaron Gordon, taking away their catches before they could even get the touch. Instead of getting into a wrestling match with guys who outweigh him by 50 to 100 pounds, Caruso avoids contact entirely. He swims around to the outside shoulder, the exact spot the passer is aiming for. Now here's the key. Watch his hands. He's not hooking or holding, although it might look like that. He's actually using the hip as a launching point, slingshotting himself around to the outside shoulder. This isn't about moving or displacing the offensive player, it's about moving yourself. Time it right, and now you're not just denying the catch, you're getting in perfect position to deflect or steal the pass. And you can even see this in situations outside of the post. And that's how you can frustrate anyone who thinks they have the mismatch. Next up, a steal that makes even elite guards wonder what just happened. And stick around because later we're breaking down a technique your coach might not like. This next steal can turn a simple drive into a turnover without the ball handler even seeing it coming. The blindside steal is all about reading the game. It's perfect for when you're in the gap and the offensive player is driving away from you. They've completely lost sight of you, but you're not just going to stand there and see what happens. You're going to shrink the gap and get ready to pounce. Watch how the defender reads the play, closing the space without overcommitting. They're sitting on that spin back, the counter move, just waiting for the offense to bring the ball right back to them. If you trust your on-ball defender, you know the offense has to come back. That's your window. It's not a gamble, it's a calculated move about timing and positioning. Next up, the most overlooked steal in the game, and it's one that most players don't even realize they're missing. If you're serious about locking down on defense and leveling up your game, the Lockdown Academy is where that happens. Detailed breakdowns, killer workouts, and everything you need to level up your defense. Find the link in the description below to secure your spot today. Now, let's get back to that overlooked technique, the catch steal. Most players think of steals as intercepting a pass, but the catch steal is different. You're attacking the catch. Watch how the defender closes in on the catch zone, timing it so they meet the ball right as it hits the hands, before the offensive player has time to secure it. It's like a football player breaking up a completion. You're not playing the pass, you're playing the catch. It's aggressive, it's disruptive, and it's a move that works even when you're out of position, maybe even falling behind the play. Attack the catch, not the pass. Not the dribble, the catch. Next up, a steal that coaches are split on. Some love it, some hate it. And stick around because our last steal is a move that allows you to take advantage of drivers' tendencies. But first, we have to tackle the coaching myth that says you should always use your denial hand to steal a pass. But some of the best defenders and even the smartest coaches are starting to see the value in an outside hand steal. Here's why it works. When you're in the gap with an open stance, showing your chest to the ball, you're in perfect position to use your outside hand to take away those passing lanes. Watch how the defender can stunt with the near hand, but play the pass with the outside hand, maximizing his reach and disrupting the pass without overcommitting. Even without the stunt, the outside hand gives you a wider range of motion into the passing lane, and can give the illusion of a safe pass to even the best players. It's a move that extends your reach without compromising your position. Of course, you still have to stay aware of your man. The back door is always a threat. But that open stance, combined with the outside hand, takes away the spacing pass and keeps you ready to disrupt. That's why we are seeing some of the best defenders using this technique more and more, even in the most important games. It's not a gamble, it's the closed space and forced turnovers. And that brings us to our last steal, one that can completely change how you defend on the ball. It's called the evade steal. Think of it like pulling the chair out in the post, but on the perimeter instead. You're not standing the driver up with your chest, you are avoiding contact and sliding to the ball. Watch here, the defender cuts off the driver perfectly, but instead of bodying up and absorbing contact, he slides past the outside shoulder, going right to where the ball is. If you can cut the player off completely, the ball is right there, exposed, and you're slipping around the contact to get to it. If you do it right, the offensive player may even continue to plow forward, and the ball is basically handed right to you. Of course, there is risk. If they spin or do a counter move, you could be out of position. But that's the trade-off when you're trying to make a big-time play. You're banking on their commitment to a straight line drive. So the evade steal is a calculated risk, but when it works, it can change a game. These are the 5 steals that stood out last week in the playoffs and that you should add to your defensive game today. Which one are you adding first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want even more ways to disrupt the offense and elevate your defense, join the Lockdown Academy, where we break down even more advanced steals, defensive reads, and more drills. Click the link in the description to level up your defense today. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more defensive breakdowns and check out these next videos to keep adding to your defensive bag. As always, I'm Coach Mike with Lockdown Defense. Keep up the hard work.